Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream today. We are jumping into some MTG Arena. That's right, we are doing some grand old drafting today. It looks like the stream is ready, so get out a little welcome message. Boom. Alright, so we should be live. And I don't think my, yeah, here we go. Need to do an authorization really quick here. Sorry guys, should have done this before it started. Okay, cool. Looks like everything's working for that. So let's cut back down the music for a second. Get it to a nice low level to go in the background. And we're going to get started. So, go ahead and give you guys a heads up. I am not in like a super duper magic mood like I am some days. So I'm not going to guarantee these drafts are going to be like the A+ best you've ever seen. But we're going to go in and give it a shot. So I've got 11k gold. And we're going to do at least 2 drafts here. So let's get this started. I've also got pre-release giveaways. That's right. These will be yours if you interact in chat and stuff. Gotta bribe you just a little bit. But yeah, if you guys need a sealed code, let me know. I've got quite a few to give out here. We're gonna go ahead and get this started. So, Guilds of Ravnica draft. Let's go. This is probably my 6th or 7th draft. I generally get pulled into blue-black a lot, but I try not to go in with a preconceived notion, although I do feel like blue-black is stronger than, like, Golgari or something, so. And looking at this pack, we might end up in Dimir as is anyway, because we don't have very many options outside of that color. So, City Watch Sphinx, obviously it's a great bomby card. When we see this pack again, we might be able to pick up a Rat or a Dimir Informant, so that's pretty sweet. The only other card that even sticks out as a maybe is Direct Current, but I mean, compared to Sphinx, there's no discussion, so yeah, I guess we're in blue something. I'm not a big fan of Pelt Collector. Let's see, this Lot-Leth Giant, that's an interesting one. I like it, but I don't think I want it here. Demotion's really only good for the super aggressive decks. Crater Maker's okay. Mirror Informant's fine if I just want to go ahead and get something more in the Surveil deck. That's what I'm leaning towards, because we're not going to be a Simic deck or anything, so I don't think any of these are really worth splashing. So it's really between if I want to go blue-red or blue-black, and blue-black's just easier to do. So we're just going to take the Informant here. 1000-Year Storm. This is an interesting card. I don't think it's that good, though. I mean, it probably wins you the game, but I don't know. It's more of like a build-around, and I don't know. Don't think that's the direction we want to go. Though we easily could go into blue-red instead of blue-black, because these cards are mono, of course. And I might pick up a red card here anyway. So, I mean, Guildgate's an option, but the rest of these cards don't really stick out as amazing. So it's really between these 3 cards here. So do I want an Inescapable Blaze, which is pretty good, Command the Storm, which is decent, or 1000-Year Storm? I just don't think 1000-Year Storm is that good. Like, I mean, I know it's powerful, but I mean, you have to play a 6-drop and then untap with it, and then you get to just, if you have spells, then they get doubled. Just doesn't seem as good as just like straight up kill somebody, kill something. So I think I'm going to take the Inescapable Blaze here. Now, there is also an argument maybe I should just take the Command the Storm since it's single red, easier to splash if I don't end up playing this, because I'm leaning towards blue-black with this. So I might just take the Command the Storm. Much easier to splash. Yeah, I just don't think Thousand Year Storm is what I want to build around today. It'd be fun, but I don't think we're going to do it. So, since we're probably in blue-black, I'm going to take the Command the Storm. And we'll move on from there. Okay, is it Guildgate's fine? Goblin Locksmith is okay. Muse Drake's solid, so that's what we're going to take here, I think, yeah. Good old cantrip. Okay, so Gateway Plaza, that's fine. I'll take Whisper Agent here. I like Vigor Spore actually in blue-black decks, okay, as a top finisher. Pilfering Imp is also somewhat tempting, but I think Whisper Agent is just better. It allows you to do some shenanigans, and we need to go ahead and get some Surveils if we do end up in that deck, so. Well, I don't know if we're taking any of this stuff. I'll take the Guildgate here just in case we end up in blue-black and we want to splash a green or something. Take the Minotaur and then, you know, lean towards the blue-red again, but that just doesn't seem as good. I guess I could just grab the Severed Strands, get a removal spell. That's probably what we'll do, actually. So yeah, I think we're going to go with Severed Strands here. If I get a couple rats or something, it's actually a fine card. Okay, Ocarina Assassin's a powerful card, but I don't know if I really want to go into green. Maybe better than the Locket. We do have some high drops though, so maybe the Locket's playable in this? Maybe better than Dazzling Lights? Dazzling Lights is pretty strong in the right Surveil deck though, but we kind of don't really have the Surveil deck yet. It could happen, but I don't know. I think there's a higher chance of us getting a Locket, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Dazzling Lights. Guildgate's pretty tempting, but I think Whisper Agent's strong enough to not pass up here. Okay, so Imp or Mood Mark, really? Guess we'll take the Imp. I think the Imp's fine. Sometimes I sideboard it out, but it's okay. But we're not going to play Vicious Rumors because it's garbage. There's probably a higher chance of us splashing green, so we'll just grab this guy. I probably won't play him. Mephitic Vapors I'm actually okay on. I'm also okay on Radical Idea. We'll grab the Vapors for now. I like to have one of those in the deck. Probably won't play it. Probably won't play it. Probably won't play it. Probably won't play it. Green looks like it's somewhat open. Don't think Unmoored Ego is where we want to go. So Thoughtbound Phantasm is pretty sweet. Plague Crafter's decent. Burglar Rat's fine. Not a lot in this pack, but considering we're only doing single game matches, Unmoored Ego has no playability. So we're going to grab the Phantasm here and get some payoffs for our Surveil. Okay. Snitch goes well. We have quite a few Surveil cards already. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Gargoyle is actually a pretty strong finisher. Don't know if I need another 6-drop though, so I'm kind of iffy on that. There's Notion Rain, which is pretty decent. I'd like to have one of those, but maybe I'll take the Snitch. Don't really have any 2-drop creatures yet, so that's probably where I go. None of the red cards look any good, really. So yeah, I like the Gargoyle a lot, but I'm going to take the Snitch here. Look at all this green. Look at all this green. I think Sonic Assault actually might be worth splashing for. But is it better than just taking a Burglar Rat? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. I don't really think any of these green cards are really worth splashing. I mean, maybe Undercity. But I mean, these are just filler cards anyway, so... Really it's between Sonic Assault or Burglar Rat. Probably take Burglar Rat here. It works well with Severed Strands. Just a solid card. Sonic requires a splash, and we may not even play the splash, so we'll go ahead and grab the rat here. Hey, again, not much in our colors. We got a bat, which is a fine filler card. Devious Cover-Up is an okay counter spell. It's not great, though. Got an Is It Guildgate, so I mean, that's definitely an option. Leaning towards Cover-Up or Gate. I do like Cover-Up. I think it's decent in these decks. I could just take the bat to get an extra creature, though. Bat just seems so underwhelming, though. And it's also the Is It Guildgate. I think we're just going to grab the Cover-Up here. Alright. Not much here. I mean, there's the Guildgate if I really wanted to splash green, which is still an option. Another Severed Strands, which seems not as great. Radical Idea is okay filler card. I think I might grab the Guildgate here. It might be a dead card though if I don't play any of these. I'll just grab the Severed Strands the more I think about it. Yeah, let's get the Severed Strands. There's probably a higher likelihood of us playing it. Okay, another Command the Storm. I mean, that's a pretty solid card if we want to splash it. Kind of wish I'd taken that blue-red land now, but... yeah, that's what we're going to take here. I like Sonic Assault too, but Command I think is just a good card. It also gives us more removal. Well, this is a weird stuff so far. Probably grab a Veiled Shade here. I don't like it a lot, but it's just a creature and we kind of need filler cards, so... Okay, Sabotage is pretty solid. Yeah, I like Sabotage a lot here. Okay, another Burglar Rat's pretty sweet. Cyclops, not as great. Maximize Altitude's okay, but I think we're going to take the Rat here. I think we are going to go ahead and grab the Guildgate in case we end up splashing. And again, in case we end up splashing, we've already got a Crawl, so we'll grab a Crushing Canopy just to have one. I don't think we'll play it, but we'll grab this Book Devourer. Okay, we ended up grabbing a Sonic Assault, so I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so we're definitely blue, black, probably splash red. Ooh. Ooh, now we got some interesting choices. So, more removal in Deadweight, or Command the Storm. Discovery and Dispersal, which is a very strong card, or a Darkblade Agent. We kind of need more actual Surveil, so I'll probably take Discovery. I don't think it's better than Deadweight, though. I'll probably take Deadweight. Pretty hard pack, but yeah, I think Deadweight's where we're at. It's just solid removal. I hate to pass up these cards, but we're going to do it. Deadweight it is. Not much in this pack. I don't like Enhanced Surveillance much. Don't think we're splashing like Glowspore Shaman by any means. Might just take a second Devious Cover-Up. Might be too many counter spells at that point, though. Maybe I'll take a Radical Idea here. Maybe another Guildgate. Maybe a Dowser. I think we're just going to take Radical Idea here. I'm not a big fan of that card, but it just seems like the best choice. Between that and Cover-Up. Maybe Cover-Up's just better. It lets us do the cycle. I think we're going to grab... I don't know, Devious is one you want two of, so let's go ahead and grab the Devious. I don't know if we're playing, but... That's interesting. Charnel Troll's a pretty solid card. How many creatures do we actually have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we need creatures pretty bad. That makes Charnel less good. I think Darkblade Agent's probably the best card here. Gives us a 3-drop, which we're lacking in. Not really lacking, but not as much. Charnel Troll's pretty solid, though. Definitely more creatures. Yeah, we're going to take the Darkblade Agent. Crawl Swarm, it's an okay card. It's a big flyer. Don't really have any 5-drop creatures. Not a super big fan of it. I also could just take the Guildgate. So we are playing these red cards, so I do need the Guildgate. So yeah, we're going to take the Guildgate here. Another Sever Strands. It never happened, but we don't really have sideboarding, so it's useless. Don't think we're playing any of our green cards, really. I mean, maybe. Got a Guildgate already. I mean, maybe I take the other Guildgate. Maybe take the Severed. I guess I'll take the Severed and sideboard it. Maybe. That lets me play green pretty easy, but just nothing in there I really want. I mean, it does give me some creatures for late game if I really wanted to play them. There's probably a higher likelihood of us playing the Guildgate, so we'll take it. So a 3rd Rat, 2nd Dazzling, Cyclops, which is okay. Silent Dart, I don't think is terrible. We got 1, 2, maybe 3-ish, 4, 5 kill spells. We actually have quite a few 1-drops, so Silent Dart's a little worse because of that. Don't want a 3rd Guildgate by any means. I'll take the Cyclops here, the Rat. Probably take the Rat. Yeah, we'll grab the Rat. Okay. Maybe a Dazzling Lights, but I'll probably take Child of Night here just to up my 2-drops. Actually, I don't know. I got a lot of Rats. Maybe take the Dazzling Lights. I don't know if we'd play it, though. Probably a higher likelihood of playing Child of Night, so we'll take it. Well, now we get some good cards. Yeah, we'll 100% take Disinformation Campaign here. Yeah, the Darkblade Agent's a really nice pickup. I like the Pass Wall of Depth. Don't want a 4th Rat. Suddenly, everything turned around for us. We never got that radical idea, did we? So I guess now would be the time to do it. We're not going to play this stuff, so we'll just take random stuff. Alright, I think we have our deck ready here. Not our deck, but our draft finished at least. So, take out all the lands, which you didn't put them in to start with. Okay, so we need to cut like 5 cards. So we have 15 creatures, 13 spells. We need to get how many? 5 cards. So how heavy do we want to go on this red splash? Like, I don't think Sonic Assault's actually super good in this deck. It's more of a tempo card. We don't have a lot of that tempo going on in this deck. Don't have a lot of anything going on in this deck for that matter, but I think we dropped the Sonic Assault. Also lightens up our red splash. 4 more cards. We do have quite a few payoffs for Surveil. Well, not a lot of payoffs, but a couple. We got really Snitch, Phantasm, Disinformation, and Darkblade. Yes, we have a few. I don't know if Veiled Shade's good enough to play. We'll drop it. Alright, so now we got 26. So we got to cut 3 more cards. 3 more cards here. Don't know about Devious Cover-Up. Seems okay. Just really don't know. I think we're going to keep Thoughtbound, Pilfering, Dazzling, Deadweight, Burglar Rats. 3 of them. God of Night, Snitch, Radical. Could drop Radical Idea. It doesn't do a lot for us. See, the Vapor is not as good in our deck, so we have quite a few 1 toughness, so we could probably drop it. So that gives me 1 more slot. I just need to drop 1 more card and we're set. The Cyclo-Devious cover-up is probably not relevant. Let's probably drop 1 of those. And then that gives us the deck, I think, that we want, right? Seems okay. I'm not a huge fan of this deck, but looks fine. We'll put the Guild Gate in. We actually never got a Dimir Guild Gate, unfortunately, but that's whatever. What does it suggest? Let's see what land suggests and then make our adjustments. Definitely don't want 2. Maybe 1 mountain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's basically the same. I need double blues, no double blacks. So that would be 7, 14, 16 lands. We do need black early pretty hard, so maybe we go up on the black by 1. Yeah, because this makes blue, so yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go 8 sources of blue, 8 sources of black, 2 sources of red. That seems solid. 40 card deck. Double check, make sure there's no last minute changes that we looked over or anything. Again, I have the option of splashing green, but I don't think we want to do that, so we will just go with like it is. Let's go. Grixis draft. I've done this a few times. Alright, we're going to hope this works out, but again, I'm not going in with super high expectations, just pretty neutral. Degovic, our first opponents. Okay, we got our 3 colors. Double blue. Yeah, this looks good. Question is, do we go turn 1 Imp or Guild Gate? We don't actually have any 2-drops, so we're going to go Imp. And then with the Imp, we can get in some early damage. Which will be cool. I'll draw a 2-drop creature, it's kind of mediocre. Yeah, that's fine. So now we'll just play this and hit for 1. And anybody that's stopping in live, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to join the chat. Next turn, we'll probably... Oh, he has his own Imp. Okay, so it looks like a somewhat mirror match. So we'll go ahead and play an island. I guess we offer the trade? Yeah, I'll go ahead and offer the trade. Alright, we'll play out a Darkblade Agent and call it there. If he uses Imp here, it's not a huge deal. So not sure exactly what we're gonna do from here. Well, he definitely copying me a little bit there. Ooh, that gives us some shenanigans we can do. So we can attack with both. He probably blocks. Give my guy Death Touch. His doesn't have it. That seems good. So let's do it. If he doesn't block, then, well, we get a free card draw, which is also nice. Don't think we need that mountain, so we'll just grave it. Pretty sweet draw. We're going to drop the island. That's a pretty good turn for us. He is up on cards in hand slightly. Next turn... Ooh, Thought Erasure. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So... I don't know what he takes. Sinister, I guess? Maybe Informant's better to take? So the real question is he going to use Imp also and dig out 2 cards from my hand? Because that could be a problem if he does that. Him knowing I have counterspells is obviously not ideal either. So, definitely a little bit interesting situation we have here. He attacks, I'm obviously going to block. I mean, he might have a Dazzling Lights or whatever, but... He does, he does. Okay. I'll gladly make that trade. Is he going to use Imp here? Okay, he is. So I guess he's going to get Sabotage? Okay, not the best draw in that swamp. But now we can hold back a counterspell and just sit back. He knows I have this land, so we'll play it. Sit back on a counterspell. I could use this on his hand. I think we're just going to apply the pressure for now. Just sit back and counter whatever he does this. And then next turn we might Imp. Bats? Do we even want to counter that? Probably go ahead and just play it to play it. And then we'll shuffle back in Sinister and Whisper Agent. Oh, that's a pretty good draw. So we'll go ahead and play this. I guess we'll tap. Yeah, that's fine. So now the question is, should we go ahead and Pilfering Imp? Rats. Yeah, we'll leave that on top. We'll get to play it this turn. So that answers that question. So we'll go ahead and attack with both. Draw the rats. Play the rats. Make him discard a card, which puts us up. And I think we're feeling pretty good about this matchup. Always missing green. Okay, that explains what's going on. So he must have a green splash in his deck. And Night Veil's a pretty annoying thing. Again, a great draw, though. Let's go ahead and Actually, maybe we should Pilfering Imp here. Can't attack into that, so yeah, let's go ahead and Pilfering Imp first. Seems right. Okay, yeah. It doesn't matter because we're going to make him discard it, so we'll make him discard the Spy Bug, and then we'll play this Information Campaign and get rid of the Dark Blade. Oh yeah, this is looking good. I don't think there's any point in playing either of these, but I will go ahead and just play the island to have it. Well, I guess we'll do combat first. And then we'll play the island and call it a day. This Information Campaign is a very powerful card, for the record. I don't know if there's a point in holding lands in her hand at this point, because, I mean, if he draws a rat or something, he's just going to play it, so... I guess we'll keep up the pressure. I mean, he might have his own Whisper Agent or Dazzling Lights or something, but I'm not super worried. Or a Necrotic Wound. I mean, that's whatever. That's fine. Go just land and go. We're definitely a little higher on lands than them. We've seen 8. They've seen 6. Make that 9. I mean, I think if we draw a Surveil card, we win. Any type of Surveil card. That does not do it. He got his green too, which is unfortunate. I guess we'll just keep playing our lands. No real point to hold him at this point. That's a pretty good draw for him. Unfortunately. That's what he needed, was a creature that he can pump mana into. So, definitely not bad for him. That's not bad. We'll go ahead and do the obvious bait, but we're just going to go for it. Could throw away the rat here. I don't think he's going to block the rat. I can draw a card if he does. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and risk the rat here. It's not a big deal. Yeah, look at that. We got a... Well, maybe not. Gotta do this first. Then he'll pump it once to trade. But we have Death Touch, so... And we get to Surveil, which is always good. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Good old red, that's a good band. Alright, come on. There we go. Now we'll go ahead and play the Disinformation campaign just to draw a card. And at this point we'll hold both, just in case he plays a rat or something, so... Not a bad draw again. So I think this turn we will Severed Strands, drop the Burglar Rat to get rid of the Dark Blade, and keep applying pressure. Yeah, for sure. So... Sacrifice a rat. And we'll attack for 3. And obviously he doesn't want to lose his Night Veil Predator because it's such a powerful card. We'll hold it. Just he knows I have counter spells, so I don't really care if we discard a thing. Okay. We keep applying the pressure. Guess the chump or trade, so. Okay, so he finally trades off the Night Veil. Go ahead and play out a child. And we'll sit back. Help Collector. Did he have the same draft as us, apparently? I do wonder sometimes if you don't play, if people have the exact same draft experience sometimes in this game. Not the exact same, but similar. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, so we just attack with both and win. Surprised he actually attacked there. It's kind of a mistake, but he probably just felt like he was out of it anyway, so... And that's game. So a pretty good round 1. Their deck is definitely not the best, but if we can get that early discard and kind of keep them low on resources, we can edge out the win. Definitely don't think this is the best draft by any means, but just really quick, let's double check and see if there's any changes we want to make. I don't think so. I'm pretty happy with that as is, so keep jamming games. Looks like we've got at least one viewer live, so thanks for stopping by, man. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to say hi in chat. And if you need one, Silk Code, it's yours. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, this looks okay. I don't think it's the best hand ever, but we'll keep it. Just drop a swamp. I don't think I have any double blues that I would play, so we'll go ahead and just swamp again. I like Burglar Rat a lot. Just a fun card to play. Okay, that's a little annoying. The Selesnya deck over here by the looks of it. I think we're gonna have to play the long game here, but I guess we'll go ahead and offer the attack trade. He won't trade because he wants to keep his creatures out for Convoke. If he does trade, it's not a big deal. The only thing we would hold Burglar Rat back for is to have it as a Severed Strands thing. So go ahead and just drop the Dark Blade here, be mana efficient. I don't know what I want to draw here. I guess a Disinformation Campaign and then a Surveil spell or something, but I need a land in there somewhere too, a red one. Yeah, that Healer Sock's gonna get out of control pretty fast too. Ha! Wish I still had that rat now. But I guess we have another one, so we're okay. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna rat and then strands off the rat to kill the hawk. Definitely not how we want to use it, but we know we have other removal in the deck, so it's like, okay, I guess. Guess I could attack first. Maybe draw out a trick or something. So we'll go ahead and strands. Throw the hawk, sacrifice the rat. Go. It's also an argument I should have kept my guy back as a blocker since I'm, you know, down on resources. Oh! Yeah. Yay, there we go. Just a random Vraska. Wow. That's unfortunate. I think we lost this game, boys. Here are 3 highest cost spells. No red mana. And he has a Vraska that's sitting out there drawing him cards. Yeah, this game's not looking the best. Not gonna say it's 100% lost, but we're gonna have to draw some good. Yeah. Really need a mountain right now. I don't even know if that's the best draw, but I would take it. Definitely not what I'm looking for. Definitely not what I'm looking for. I'll just sacrifice another permanent, make this guy fly, hit for 6. And Vigilance means I can't even really do anything about it. If he doesn't fly, I'll trade. Yeah, he'll fly. No blockers. This one's getting out of hand fast, that's for sure.
I was probably going to die anyway.
Why'd you do an untapped one? I think it's just too little, too late.
Looking for a way to save on fuel? With Harris Teeter's new fuel points
So you have a
program,
one
just use your
combat
red
trick or
card
something
every
to
time you
pump.
shop, and you'll earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend on participating items. For every 100 fuel points you earn, you can save 10 cents
one.
per
I don't
gallon
think
on
there's
fuel
anything I can
purchases
draw
at any
here.
Harris Teeter fuel center and participating BP
Yeah, we
or Amoco
lose.
location.
Yeah,
The more
Vraska
fuel
was
points
just
you
too
earn,
powerful
the more
there.
you can
Just
save. Up to $1
out-resourced
per
this
gallon.
hardcore.
Terms and conditions apply.
It happens.
Visit harristeeter.com to
It
learn
happens. Alright, well.
more. Never been to a farm?
That was an unfortunate loss, but we will keep on jamming games anyway, so it is what it is.
It's a squeal of a good time. Take advantage advantage of the free parking and shuttle near the fair. Park and ride in.
Oh, I gotta love Spotify ads.
I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's premier home purchase lender. We've created a new way to protect you from unpredictable interest rates. Our exclusive Rate Shield approval. First, we lock your interest rate for up to 90 days. Then, if rates go up,
Kyoto or Kyoto.
your rate drops. Either way, you win. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
It's not the best hand, but we'll keep it.
Offer cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states.
At least we have a 1 and a 2 drop, and hopefully a 3 drop, so.
Hey,
I don't like getting these Command the Storms in my opening hand. You know, there's something you want to draw late, not early. Really unfortunate, actually, but he is what it is. I do like the Imp. I wish it didn't have to tap for its ability, but it is what it is. That's not what we want to draw. Now I'm thinking about using the Imp. I don't have anything else to do, so we'll go ahead and do it. So he does not have white mana, so maybe we do the Stray here. If he draws white mana, I'll be really sad. Iron Shell Beetle. Not the worst draw, honestly. Okay, okay, we're back in this game now. Oh yeah, that's a good draw. That's what we're looking for, is stuff like that. Still no white mana. There's a Prey Upon, a Crushing Canopy, and... Oh, right, I didn't think about him destroying my thing, but... Oh well. Is what it is. He can't get my big flyer, so that's cool. Yes, we're still gonna just Whisper Rage and end a turn. So yeah. And we get to gain a life for the heck of it, so. Do I want the land here? I don't really have any great plays next turn, so I don't think we want the land right now. Hey, look, that was a better draw. I guess we offer the trade and then into the Dazzling Lights. And we get to Serval too, which is nice. So. Oh wow, he's gonna statue that thing? Yeah, I'll gladly let you do that. I think that's fine. We do want another land here. And a counter spell seems fine. So yeah, we'll leave it like it is. Since I just played a Dazzling Lights, he could think we have another one, so. Finally got his white mana. You gonna use the Prey Upon? He did use Prey Upon, interesting. Okay, well I guess here, I'm gonna go ahead and just Command the Storm. Should I do it on his turn? Maybe? Probably not. We're gonna go ahead and do it. Alright, he's officially in top deck mode. We are fine with sitting back and letting that happen. Yeah, we'll counter that. I think we're okay with that. Get wasted on his beetle, I guess. Bring it, inch our way forward with the snitch. Being a 1-3 is a lot better than a 0-3, though, that's for sure. Mara, that's interesting. Hey, we found what we wanted too. Really attacking to that. She can't attack back unless they have a combat trick or something. Or removal, which they seem to have quite a bit of removal. Or she just taps our board. That's actually pretty annoying. And that makes lifelink, yep. That's a pretty good situation for them. Pretty good situation for them. This is an awkward situation now. I don't think we can attack, but we need to. Guess I could attack and then severed strands on the Amara, but that sets us up for a bad clock. I also could just sit back, which seems like what we have to do here. So yeah, I think we're just gonna sit back, unfortunately. Very unfortunately. Oh no, he's gonna buff up the Pack Beast. This is really not ideal. Do I trade here? Or do I just eat 4? I'll probably just eat 4 here, right? I do get a Surveil too. Gain some life. Seems bad though. Yeah, I think we're just gonna eat 4 here. That's a pretty good draw. Okay, so let's go ahead and 1, 2... Actually, let's undo that. Let's get rid of red and blue. Yep, we will gladly grave both of those. So now the question is, do I want to surveil strands on the Demir Informant to get off the intrusive Pack Beast? I think the answer is probably yes. So that's what we're going to do. We'll get to gain 4 life for the heck of it, which is nice. So. Alright. He gets to attack with Amara, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. We'll just block the lifelink and keep his lifelink down. Okay, that's fine. Not the best draw on our end, but whatever. Alright, he's got 1 turn to draw something. Not a flying blocker or removal. 4-8. Yeah, I didn't lose, but he does gain 3 life, which is just enough to put him up there. Wow, that's a good top deck. Excellent top deck. 4-8, 19, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, no blocks. Yeah, I think we keep up the offense, though. Yeah, I gotta keep a blocker back. So, 1, he can make that fly, so that's 3. Actually, I'll lose, unless I... Wait, did I just lose by attacking? Did I just mess up? No, because I can sever strands to gain life here. That's what we gotta do. So... Go ahead and sever strands, we're gonna kill... the Amara, sacrificing the Snitch, gain 3 life. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So he still is in the same situation. He has to draw an answer to my flyer, or a blocker, or a massive pump spell, something. A little scared on what we're gonna see here. I swear if he draws once, I gain 4 life. I guess that's not the end of the world, actually. But did he get there? Are you serious? Wow. He got there, man. He got there. Us sitting back that one turn, it ended up costing us everything. Wow. I don't think we should have lost that game. That was out of nowhere. Wow. He drew exactly enough mana to do it too. He drew the Stray, and drew into that. Wow. That's really unfortunate. Like, upsettingly so. That was pretty upsetting. Like, he top decked literally perfect for 3 turns in a row. Oh well, it is what it is. Again, it's not the best hand, but not terrible. Of course, Healer Sock, though. Why not? Hey, at least we drew an answer. If he attacks, I guess I'll just go ahead and dazzle it. That's a pretty annoying draw too, man. This day, though. There's a part of me wants to go ahead and just strands off the freaking challenger. But I guess next turn I can just Dazzling Lights before he attacks. Which is what we're going to do. I mean, actually now, if I do it after attacks, he ends up with a 2/2 flying lifelink, but I can block his 2/3. That's interesting. So maybe it's better to go ahead and just strands here. Maybe. Actually, maybe I just Pilfer Imp here, get rid of something in his hand. And then keep that back. That seems okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the Candlelight Vigil. We'll get rid of the Ornery Goblin. And pass turn. Right. We're gonna go ahead and Dazzling Lights right here. Burglar Rat's pretty mediocre right now. Darkblade's not the worst. Actually not great either though. I don't think we want the rat. I guess Darkblade's okay. Drew a Wojak, and now he gets to put the Vigil on something. But that's okay. I think we'll just go ahead and play out the Darkblade Agent and take some damage. Question is he going to put the Vigil on the Wojak or the Hawk? Or is he just going to play something else entirely? Interesting. Interesting situation. He puts it on the Wojak, huh? It makes sense, I guess. I mean, I've got a double block. If I double block, I can't kill something with the severed. I think we gotta eat it this turn. Okay, well, we gotta keep the we gotta get rid of that thing. So the question is, do we keep the 3/3 or the 2/3? This guy draws cards, so I think we're gonna go ahead and use the Phantasm to kill the Wojak. And gain a little bit of life in the process, too. Healer's Hawk is definitely a solid card in this format, though. How do you get code? Well, Mr. Saga Frontier, I have the codes right here. So if you tell me a little about yourself, I may be so inclined as to give one to you. That's actually not bad. So we can't really attack, unfortunately, but I can go ahead and Muse Drake. I guess I could attack bluffing the Death Touch, because we can't block anyway. Let's go ahead and do that first. Yeah, so what's your story, Saga? Are you a Magic player? How long you been playing? All that good stuff. Are you new to Arena? Are you a semi-pro? Hall of Famer? A lot of different possibilities. You bought the Amaket booster box 3 months ago. Okay. Played draft with some friends and loved it. Awesome. So are your friends into the game already? This is an awkward situation to be in. I guess we attack and then Whisper Agent. Keep the Muse Drake back. Either trades or I draw cards. Yeah, they were, but I had to move to Virginia, so I haven't been playing at all. But Magic Arena is pretty darn fun. Wish it had a friends list. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Friends list would be ideal. Maybe one day, right? Okay. It's a decent draw. So yeah, what I will do here, Mr. Saga, is send you out a code via private message. So, one moment here. This is not looking good. So we'll go ahead and trade here, block here. Been a pleasure talking to you. I appreciate your politeness. Alright, 1 second here. Let me pull up Twitch. I'll send you out this code. I would show it on stream, but you don't want somebody to snipe it from you, so I'll be nice. Let's get Twitch chat pulled up here. Saga Frontier, Whisper. Alright, here is your code. Keep in mind, you do have to use the dashes. Alright. I am far from a pro. I'm a semi-competitive player. I go to like some GPs and stuff every once in a while. But I don't do a lot by any means. I guess we go ahead and do this first. This will do it this way. I think that's what I already had. I think we might end up losing this unless we draw some really good stuff. Do you have any suggestions for drafting with 0-3? Yeah, I can definitely give you some advice for drafting. I'm kind of in the zone at the moment, so let me take just a second and not lose this one, hopefully. God of Night doesn't do anything for us. Okay. Not looking good for us, so we're probably going to lose this one. But anyway. So... Oh, he gets to mentor too? Oh, this is awful. This is awful. This will just block. So, drafting is one of the most complicated things you can do in Magic, honestly. And that's not what we're looking for either. There's a lot of depth to it. Kind of the basics, if you may have heard this before, but it's bread. You got to get your bombs, removal, evasion, and then it's like attacking and then duds or something. I can't remember what there's a few different definitions of it, but basically, if you get those core essentials, you have to have bombs. If you see bombs, you draft them. That's a decent draw. That's a decent draw, actually. So what we'll do is play the rat, get rid of the last card in his hand. And then we'll sever strands, getting rid of my rat for his Perhelion Patrol. Gives us one more turn. Is there a good resource for finding the strands card? Yes, there is, actually. Give me 1 second, and I will actually send you a good resource. There's a website I found recently, and the website is right here. It is called Daily Arena, and they have a draft guide they put up for each set that comes out. This is the Guilds of Ravnica one, and this is a great guideline to the strengths of individual cards. Also, you have websites like Channel Fireball, which are extremely good for, well, we just lost, I think. Yeah, we lost. That's unfortunate. See, this draft didn't go well for us. I think we had a decent deck, but it just didn't work out. So we lost. So anyway, that website there, dailyarena.net, is a great resource for just like a tier list guide. On the actual Magic website, Daily MTG, there's a couple draft guides there with like pick order lists, like, oh, if you see this card, it's better than this one, and stuff like that. And then Channel Fireball has a lot of stuff like that. They do a lot of draft videos and draft articles and things like that, so they're definitely up there as far as resources go. But usually I'll glance at that draft or Daily Arena guide there whenever I'm drafting sometimes, just to do it and everything, so. Check off that I gave out this code really quick. You do have some experience playing Hearthstone? Okay, cool. So yeah, if you have Hearthstone, then that gives you like the concepts of like card advantage and things. But Hearthstone is really different in that you don't really have like a mana advantage. Like, you kind of do, but it just works entirely differently. So let's go ahead and get our pity pack here. That was a pretty bad draft, honestly. We'll go ahead and open the pack now. Usually I'll wait. We'll go ahead and just jam it since it's just one. Mnemonic Betrayal. I like this card. I don't know where you use it. Probably a sideboard of like blue-black control or something, but... Oh! Mr. Frontier, you subscribed on Twitch. Wow, man, I appreciate that. That is unexpected and definitely appreciated. So welcome. Welcome to the sub club, or whatever you want to call it, for my channel. I haven't made anything official. I thought about like the Beard Guild or something like that, but I can't figure out anything that works. But awesome, man. I appreciate that. You do have an emote now. It's a little troll emote that my friend made for me recently, so feel free to use that as you please. I appreciate the support, man. That is what definitely is a motivation to keep on streaming. So we are going to go ahead and get started in our second draft of the day. Okay, I appreciate that, Saga, yeah. I have not been streaming super often recently, but I'm trying to pick it up a little bit and do some more Magic streams. And then I'm thinking about maybe doing a video at some point of where it's like talking about my experience at a GP and doing some like live video or something like that. I don't know exactly. I've been kind of brainstorming it, but I think something like that could be semi-interesting, so... but again, thanks so much for the sub, man. That's really appreciated. Like I said, from the bottom of my heart, I just really appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and get this started with draft number 2 here. Alright, we're going mill. No, we're not going mill. So we have some interesting options here. Wow, we have a lot of interesting options here. Huh. So this is a hard choice. So, we have a choice of Drowned Secrets, which is not really a choice. We're not taking that. So we have Status and Statue, which is awesome. Deadly Visit, which is awesome. Dead Weight, which is awesome. And then Discovery Dispersal, which I'm not as high on. But I think these three are all extremely high choices. So going into what I was talking about before, Saga, the bread. So we're looking for bombs, removal, and evasion here. So we don't really have any bombs per se in this pack. But we definitely got the R. We've got the removal. So in the removal field, we've got Statue, Deadly Visit, Dead Weight. And then as far as evasion goes, we don't really have anything in that. So it's really between these three cards. This is kind of removal, the second half of the card. But not really. Wow, this is a hard choice. I'll probably take Deadly Visit here. So, my logic here is that Statue forces us straight into black-green, kind of. Or at least splashing either black or green. Excuse me. So it kind of makes it harder. Deadly Visit puts us in double black, but black is a good color, and I like the color anyway. It leaves us open to going black-blue, black-green. Get the Surveil 2, which is relevant. This does hit artifacts and enchantments. Deadweight's just a very good early removal. So I think all of these three are options. You see Deadweight on the list on the website? Right, yeah. I mean, Deadweight is top tier card, but so is Deadly Visit and Statue. It's really hard, like I said. I mean, I think, like, if it was anything else other than these two removal spells, Deadweight would be above it. But it's really hard for me to let go of a Deadly Visit or a Statue. I really am leaning towards the Statue the more I think about it. I get basically 2 cards, the price of 1. Removal, I get the Death Touch shenanigans. I just don't know if I really want to commit to that color combination this early. Wow, this is a hard pick. This is a very hard pick. I think I got to slam the Statue. For the double cards, you get to use both. You have to choose one. So when you play the card, you choose which half you want to use. So you can play it as a hybrid black-green status, or you can play it as the 4-drop Statue. Usually we're going to be playing as Statue. Now this is an instant too, which is super relevant. So I think I've talked myself into it. I don't know if this is the best choice. I think all three of these are fine options. But I think I'm going to take the Deadly Visit. I just think it's just solid. It removes everything. It gives me a Surveil. We're doing Deadly Visit. We'll see where it takes us. Okay, now we have some more options. So we have Blood Operative, which I'm not super high on this guy. I think he's decent. We got an Ocarina Assassin, which is a strong card. It puts us in black-green, which we might not want to go into, might want to. And other than that, really the only other pick is a Deadweight. And considering we just passed a Deadweight, I'm really leaning towards taking this one. Question is Blood Operative better? Exiling from a graveyard's relevant. Lifelink's cool. Recursion's good. 3-drop creature. The Deadweight's just solid removal. So I think in this case we're going to go with Deadweight. I hate to pass up this Blood Operative, but Deadweight's just too good. Just too good to pass up. That's a hard one. Okay. Moving right along here, we've got more good picks. So, Watcher in the Mist, which is a very powerful card. So this is a red bomb removal evasion. So this is flying. Flying is evasion. So anything that makes a creature hard to block or good in combat. Crawlswarm also has it, but it's just a worse card. This also has the Surveil, which we kind of got some Surveil shenanigans building up here. There's also Darkblade Agent, which I think is a fine pick, but it's not as strong as Watcher in the Mist. So we're going to grab Watcher here. Okay, nothing in this pack sticks out as amazing. Guildgate's honestly pretty high in this pack. The Guildgate's, like if we wanted to go splash green or something, we could. Probably going to take the Dimir Informant. Nothing else in this pack really sticks out as great. Kind of want to stick to my colors. We've got some Surveil stuff, so yeah, Dimir Informant it is. Okay, cool. So now we have a pretty much the same deck we had last time, just slightly better cards. So we definitely got some Surveil building up, so Whispering Snitch seems good. Dazzling Light's mediocre. Electromancer's good if we were in blue-red, which we're not. Golgari Guildgate again is an option, but we're going to take the Snitch here. I don't think the Snitch is great, but it fills in our curve and such, which is important. That's another thing you always want to take into consideration when drafting is your curve. Like, you want to make sure you have enough 2 drops, 3 drops, 4 drops, etc. So, in this case, we have a couple different options. I could take the Guild Summit and then hope to get enough Guild Gates. It's pack 1, so I'll have 3 more packs. I can hopefully pull some Guild Gates in and make some cool stuff happen. I could also just take the Spinal Centipede. It's not a great card, but it's just a good 3-drop aggressive creature. Just a fine option. Me being me, I want to take Guild Summit and see if I can make it work. It may be a mistake, but we're just going to shove it and see what happens. If we win the colors, Sky Knight Legionnaire is the best card by far out of this. I also like the Electrostatic Field, but I don't think it's great. So the lockets are weird. I don't think Boros locket's ever worth it, because if you're in Boros, you don't want to be playing a locket. You want to be playing a Sky Knight Legionnaire. But I have seen some decks where lockets are great. So like the other day, actually last night at F&M, I played against a guy who had opened a Rawl, the Planeswalker, blue-red, and a Niv Mizzet, the blue-red legendary creature. In his deck, since he had those big bombs at 5 and 6 mana, being able to get those out of turn earlier was huge. So he played a blue-red locket, and that allowed him to go turn 4 Rawl, turn 5 into his Mizzet once, and you can't beat that. So it's very situational. I think in Sealed, they're played pretty much, probably about 50-60% of the time, but in Draft, I think it's pretty hard to justify it. Very rarely will I play a locket. I could be wrong in that assessment, but that's my personal perspective on it. But going back to this pick, we're going to grab the Guild Summit. It may not work out, but we're going to try it. Okay, so we can either grab a 2-drop creature, a mediocre 3-drop creature, a semi-decent Surveil card, or we could even go into a red splash with Sonic Assault. I do like Sonic Assault, but I don't really want to just move into that splash immediately. We're not going to take this Guild Gate, so it's really between these 3. I like the Passwell Adept quite a bit. It is a 2-drop. I do like Mephitic Vapors. I don't think Mephitic Vapors... I'm more likely to see those later. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Passwell Adept for now. I'm not super worried if I don't get these 2. Okay, yeah, now this is looking awesome. So Night Veil Sprite is a super powerful card. It's Evasion and it's Surveil, which goes with their deck. So yeah, we're going to slam that and be happy. Burglary Rat and Child of Night are both playables, but not something I want over Night Veil. Okay, so here I either have a Dimir Informant or Notion Rain. Enhanced Surveillance is not good enough. I've seen it do good things in a deck, but it doesn't do anything. It itself does nothing. And if you don't have enough other Surveil cards, it literally does nothing, so... Informant's good, but I really like Notion Rain. I like having a single one of those in the deck. It's just a powerful card, so we're going to grab the Notion Rain here. Okay, so here I can either take a Passwell Adept, a Mesmerist, or a Guildgate. Considering we have the Guild Summit, it makes me value the Guildgate slightly higher. If we do get like a blue-red bomb or something, it does allow us to play it. Mesmerist is very bad. Passwell Adept, we've already got 1. I don't really think I need more. So we're going to go ahead and grab the Guildgate here and see where that takes us. And this is an awesome pickup late. This is not something that would happen in a real-life draft. That's one of the things, drafting on Arena, it's not the same as real life, just because the AI don't make good decisions. But so Darkblade Agent's a very powerful card. We've got quite a bit of Surveil, so we're going to jam him and be happy. I don't know if I'll play it, but I don't think Cover-Up's terrible, so we'll grab it here. We're not going to play any of these, so we'll just grab the best card, which is the Pack Beast. It's unlikely, but we'll grab it. Okay, so jumping straight into Pack 2 here. We'll take a moment kind of review our Pack 1. So Pack 1 gave us some pretty solid stuff. We got late game removal spell, an early game removal spell, some extremely powerful synergy between the Sprite and my Snitch, things like that, Darkblade Agent. So we're looking really good out of Pack 1. So this pack doesn't really have much for us. So this does have Gruesome Menagerie, which is a powerful card if we can make it work. So we do have a 2-drop creature, and we have a 3-drop creature. if we get another 1-drop creature, which they are in blue-black, this could be a really solid card. There's also Cross Swarm, which I think is a fine card. I'm not a huge on it. 1 toughness makes it meh. Vicious Rumors is completely trash, unplayable. Never happened is only sideboard material, and there's no sideboards in this best of 1 format, so we're going to grab the Menagerie. We'll see how it goes. I've been wanting to try this card out, so this will be a chance to do it. And wow, there's a second Night Veil Sprite. That is not something I expected to see. And nothing else in this pack even stands a chance, so Night Veil Sprite gets picked there. Okay, here's an interesting thing now. So, since we have the Izzet Guildgate that we took earlier, that allows us to splash red more easily, which makes both Hypothesizzle and Command the Storm playable cards. Dimir Informant is also decent if I want to just grab more Surveil stuff, but I think the power level of like Hypothesizzle is higher. I'm also not a big fan of Leapfrog, and the Bat's very filler, nothing special. So I think we're going to grab Hypothesizzle here. Just a powerful card. It draws cards, it kills creatures, does a lot for us, and we can easily play it off the splash. Command the Storm is probably a second choice here, but this kind of does the same thing and more, so Hypothesizzle it is. I do have to be a little careful. My mana costs are pretty high right now, so that's something I need to keep in mind. Speaking of high mana costs, we got another Deadly Visit, which is an absolute great removal spell. We've also got a Sinister Sabotage, which is an excellent counter spell. I really want the Sabotage, but I don't think we can pass up Deadly Visit here. This Gorgon is also playable in our deck as a black card. We're just going to grab the removal here. It's just too powerful. This is great if I was in green-white, which I'm not, obviously. Okay, cool. So we got another Darkblade Agent. We could also grab one of this Dazzling or Disdainful Stroke. None of these other cards are really things we're going to play. So power level-wise, Darkblade Agent's the best. This card is kind of like the glue that holds the blue-black deck together. So getting 2 of these is really nice. Okay, interesting. So we could take another Beacon Bolt, which would be decent on our splash, but we don't have that many spells. We also just grab another Darkblade Agent, even a Rat, a Child of Night's fine. I think we take the Darkblade, just because it's so powerful, and we've already got quite a bit of Surveil. So we can grab a little bit more Surveil, this will go up. And 2 Night Veil Sprites and 3 Darkblade Agents, that's like match made in heaven, so we're very happy with these. So we're going to grab the Darkblade Agent here. Okay, we're golden now. This is basically the same deck I had last time, but better. So, Disinformation Campaign, one of the best cards you can draft in the format, in my opinion. Especially with something like Night Veil Sprite. Absolutely insane. So yeah, we're jamming Disinformation Campaign. Okay, interesting options here. So, Omnispell Adept is a very weird card, and I don't know if it's actually good or not, but it's a 3/4 body, which is okay. And it lets us do all of our instants and sorceries at 3 mana instant speed. So that makes all of our Gruesome Menagerie, our Deadly Visits. That's really it. And Devious Cover-Up, I guess, technically. It lets us Notion Rain at instant speed. I don't know if it's good enough or not. We also have Invert and Invent. So this, we could play the Invert regardless. And then if we get to do the Invent, we could go get any 2 instants and sorceries. So we could like grab a counter spell and a removal spell. That seems pretty strong. There's also a Guildgate. Works well with Guild Summit. And even the Dimir Locket seems like an option, because we do have 5 drops. So the Locket comes down and we get this. I don't think the Locket's worth it again, but something to consider. We don't really have any 4 drops, so a situation like this where we have no 4 drops, Locket is slightly better. A part of me really wants to just take Omnispell Adept and just to try it out, but it's just a 5 mana spell. We've already got 4 5 mana spells. It's a hard decision here. I think it's probably stronger than Invert, but I don't know if it's stronger than Dimir Guildgate. I think we're going to grab the Omnispell Adept. I don't get a chance to play with this guy much. This is probably a mistake. I do not think this is the best choice. But I want to try this guy out. Nothing really to play here. So we're just going to grab that card for no reason. Okay, Okay, Severed Strands is not an amazing removal spell, but it is removal. It's probably better than Mesmerus, unless we're just really light on creatures, which looks like fine on creatures. So we'll grab the Severed Strands here. We're not going to play this card. We're not going to play any of these cards. We'll just grab this guy for the heck of it. Unlikely that we would play the boar, but we'll grab it. Just take random stuff here. Maximize Altitude. I don't know if there's a chance of us playing it. We'll grab it. Probably won't play it. And a Wall of Mist. Unlikely, but potentially playable. So, this is an interesting pack as well. So, Experimental Frenzy is pretty amazing. I don't think it's probably right for our deck, but the ability to just draw so many free cards and play them is very strong. I don't know. That's pretty strong. And there's not really anything else in this pack that sticks out as great. There's a Command the Storm. There is a Gateway Plaza, which is a powerful gate. And there's a TheBearded Informant if I want to just get another Surveil creature. Probably leaning towards the Command the Storm here, honestly. But I have so many 5-drops. I don't know about this Experimental Frenzy. It just seems so weird in this deck. Because our deck wants to draw cards with Darkblade and Disinformation and Notion. Yeah, it's not right for our deck. So we either grab the Gateway Plaza. I don't think we're playing Guild Summit at this point, which makes our splash easier. We could grab a Command the Storm or a TheBearded Informant. I think we've got so many 5-drops. I'm going to take curve considerations into play here. I might just grab the Informant. Just seems good here. So yeah, I think we're going to grab the Informant. This might be a mistake. I think Gateway is also an option, but I made my decision. Okay. Another Watcher in the Mist. This is very strong. This is great if you're in white. Higher Poison is not bad. It also works with our Gruesome Menagerie. Yeah, no problem, Saga. I like to kind of think through things out loud anyway, so it works out. I'm kind of probably going a little fast on some of it, but just how I think. So this is actually kind of hard. So Discovery Dispersal is a very strong card. I don't think it's better than Watcher, but the mana cost is so high in this deck. I mean, we've got... This is going to make our, like, 6th 5-drop, which is just ridiculous. We're just going to lose to Boros. I mean, we've got some of these guys, though. We've got some decent blockers, I guess, but... I don't know. I think we're going to grab the Watcher, but this mana cost is going to lose us a game somewhere down the line. Okay, so we could grab another Darkblade Agent, give us 4 Darkblade Agents, which is ridiculous. We could grab a Burglar Rat, which I like to have a Burglar Rat in the deck. It's a strong card. This is a card that like people undervalue, but the thing about this card is it's not exactly a removal spell, but it always puts you up a card. You get a creature on board, your opponent has to ditch something. Even if it's a card they don't plan on using, it's one less card in their hand. It's one more card that we get with this information campaign. And it just does a lot for a little investment. Is it better than Darkblade Agent? That's hard to say. I've got quite a few 3-drops. I don't have a lot of 2-drops. The Burglar Rat also combos kinda with our Gruesome Menagerie. We can just bring it back. It also works well with Severed Strands. I think Darkblade Agent is probably strong enough to just take anyway because we have so much Surveil in this deck. But I think Rat is just as equally a decent choice. Okay, so Dazzling Lights is actually an okay Surveil card. It was a card that I misevaluated at first, misevaluated and thought it was much worse than it is. The Surveil 2 is really relevant. Instant Speed Surveil is really relevant. These are 2 filler creatures that we don't really need. I don't care for Selective Snare much, so we're just going to grab the Sabotage. It's a powerful card and gives us an extra Surveil. Okay, so we have the Guild Gates for our Hypothesizzle, which I'm leaning towards not even playing now to lower our mana curve. Undercity Necrolisk is a fine 4-drop. We don't really have 4-drops at all, so that fills in our curve pretty nice. Having 2 cover-ups allows you to do the cycle where you shuffle in a cover-up back into your deck, and then you always have a cover-up to draw, so it's kind of cool. But you have to be in like a very weird, specific board state where you're ahead or even, and your opponent's out of resources. So it can happen, but it's specific, very niche situation. I think Moonmark Painter's okay. I don't think it's right in our deck, though. The deck is semi-aggressive, but just not enough. So I think we're going to grab the Necrolysk. It's a good blocker. It's also a good attacker and fills in our curve nicely. We don't really have much on the splash. And I don't think we're going to end up playing the Guild Summit, so we'll grab the Necrolysk. Okay, so now a blue-black Guild Gate's pretty tempting. It's also an option of a Burglar Rat. I really like the Burglar Rat. I think it goes along with what we're trying to do in this deck. I hate to pass up a Guild Gate, but I'm leaning towards the Rat here. Don't think Leapfrog's worth it. I don't really care that much about Dazzling Lights. We're going to grab the Rat. I want one in the deck. Ooh, now there we go. Thought Phantasm is one of the best Surveil cards you can get, so that's actually pretty crazy to pick that up this late. Yeah, we'll grab that. Wow. So, Thought Erasure or Disinformation Campaign number 2. Wow, this is crazy. Let's see what we got. So, do we need a Surveil payoff, or do we need a Surveil itself? So, we've got a payoff, 2 setups, 2 payoffs, 4 setups, 5 setups, 6 payoffs, 7 payoffs, like 7 setups. Yeah, we're fine. And then even more. So we do have a little more on the Surveil than we do that. I don't know. So 2 Disinformation Campaign is pretty sweet because it's a card that we always want to draw. The Thought Erasure is pretty solid in itself. Looking at our curve, our 3-drop is a little full. 2-drop is probably a little more open. I think we're going to grab the Thought Erasure here. Normally I would take Disinformation Campaign, but I think Thought Erasure is going to be a little stronger based on our current deck. We're not going to play any of these, so we'll just slam that in the side. Here, we got a Mephitic Vapors. I don't know if we'll play it, but it's there. I think we've already got a wall, right? Yeah. We'll grab the Unicorn just to hate draft it. Hey, we got a Dazzling Lights. I'm happy with that. Second cover-up. I'm happy with that. Yeah, we've already got a Maximizer. We're not going to play it. Okay, sweet. So yeah, I think we've got a very nice deck so far. So now we're going to go and get to the build portion. So first rule, you always do a 40-card deck. Never go over a 40-card deck. No exceptions. Ever. 40-card deck. So, the biggest problem I'm seeing immediately is their 5-drop is ridiculously oversaturated. So, an easy solution here is drop my Red Splash. Don't play Hypothesis. So we know we're not playing Guild Summit. If I drop the Hypothesis, that actually makes our curve a little better. It's still ugly, but it's not terrible. So we have 29 cards. We got to cut down to, we want probably a 17, maybe even 18 land deck. But I think we're going to have 2 drops to make a 17 land deck. So we need to cut 6 cards. It's actually pretty hard. So we have quite a few creatures that have 1 toughness. We're not necessarily a lot of creatures that have 1 toughness, but like we have a rat. Well, you know, I don't think about it. Maybe Mephitic Vapors isn't that bad in their deck. Doesn't really kill anything except our rat. And gets rid of a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's probably okay actually. Wow, what do we drop here? I could drop the Omnispell Adept. I was excited to play with it, but it does seem out of place. It does make our Deadly Visits instants, which is pretty powerful. Looking at a creature count, we got 16, 13. Wow, this is some hard cuts. So everything in our deck pretty much flies that's relevant. So I don't think there's a point in playing Passwall Adept. It's okay, but probably just like not quite necessary in this deck. I don't think I want to play any of these cover-ups, honestly. I like the little synergy that they can do, but I don't think it's necessary. Our deck is like pretty solid as is. So if we drop the devious cover-ups, at least one of them. I think the Necrolysk is pretty good. It lets us sack off these early creatures if we don't need them. think the Demir form is just necessary. I like the rat in this deck. Mephitic is really the only card out of this that's even like a maybe to be cut. Maybe a Severed Strands, but
Business 40 in downtown
I don't know. I think I like this a lot. So it's like 27 cards, so I need to drop 4 more cards. Wow. Am I overvaluing Menagerie, maybe? I don't know. It brings back a rat, a sprite, a phantasm, and an informant. Maybe it's not necessary for the deck. I hate to do it, but I think Omnispell gets dropped here. I really wanted to play with this card, but my 5 drops are just too full. That helps lower the curve quite a bit. I also have to remember I have 4 Darkblade Agents, so we've actually got a lot of 3 drops too. I think this card's probably worth it. I think Mephitic Vapors is just the odd one out here, so we're just going to drop it. I'm only going to cut 2 more cards now. Could drop the cover up. Probably going to drop the cover up. So that's it. We are at the end here. We have 1 more card to cut. Make our 40 card deck. Thinking Dazzling Lights maybe. Dazzling Lights has some pretty cool combos with Darkblade Agent. And we have 4 Darkblade Agents. Could drop Severed Strands. We've got 3 removal spells and then Darkblade Agent, which is kind of removal sometimes. 14 creatures. So yeah, we don't really want to drop a creature here. I think it's between Severed Strands and Dazzling Lights. I think Dazzling Lights has enough synergy in this deck that it actually goes above Severed Strands. We don't want to be sacrificing any of these cheap cards except Rat. Maybe Informant. So yeah, we're going to drop Severed Strands. And then I think this is the deck. Like I said, I don't know about Gruesome Menagerie, but we're going to try it. Even if it just brings back like a Night Veil and an Informant or something, that seems decent. So I guess the strategy of our deck is run them out of resources with Thought Erasure, Rat, Disinformation, Darkblade, get us up on resources, and just win like that. So our curve is a little awkward up here, but I think 17 lands will be enough. So we did not end up with the blue-black land, unfortunately. We're not splashing red any longer. None of these cards stick out that we really want to play, so other than Omnispell. So it suggests 9 and 8. So let's take a look at our mana cost and see. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 black cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 blue cards. 15, 14. We've got double black, double black, double blue, double blue, double blue. We need blue early, so yeah, we want to go actually up on blue, not black. So we're going to go 9 blue, 8 black for this. Yep, that seems right. Okay, cool. So this is our 40 card deck. Just to recap, the only cards that we really wanted to play that we didn't get to was Omnispell Adept. Everything else was pretty fine as is. Let's do this. Let's get this second draft started. I'm going to step away for just a moment and go to the bathroom. I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Alright guys, I am back. Thanks for sticking with me there. So overall a solid draft? Absolutely. I'm pretty happy with this deck overall. I mean, I think our curve is the only problem that kind of didn't work out, but I mean, like, 4 freaking Darkblade agents, 2 Nightveil sprites. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think that maybe we get run over by Hyper Aggro, but otherwise I'm, like, super happy with this deck, so I think it's 10 times better than the one we had before this. So we're going to try again. Gonna hopefully go for a full 7, but let's give this a shot. I see there's a couple other viewers that are not active in chat, so if you guys are interested in a code card, I've still got more to give away. So let me know a little about yourself in chat. Let me know where you're from, how long you've been playing Magic, stuff like that. And if you want a code card, let me know, and it's yours. Got about actually about 12, 13 left, so we're still pretty good on those. Whiplashes, welcome to the stream, my friend. Thanks for stopping by today. Are you a Magic player yourself there? Okay, yeah, I like this hand pretty well. Definitely want a third land. If we get a third land, I think we're golden. Oh, also, Saga, while you're in chat, is the music balanced with my voice and everything? I've had some issues in the past with getting everything perfectly set up, so hopefully that's evened out. Really hoping for a third land out here, and we are set. If we don't get a third land, we're in a little bit of trouble. We're good. So now we have options. I can either play a Disinformation Campaign to get card advantage early, or I can play Darkblade Agent and get creatures out there. Considering he has a 2/2, he's in red-white, I want Darkblade, so that's what we're going to do. Music is a bit quiet. Okay, I did that intentionally because I didn't want it to overpower me at all, or the game. But if you think I should turn it up a bit, let me know. Another Darkblade Agent seems perfectly fine here, so we'll leave it on top. Don't mind not hearing music personally, but it's definitely too quiet if you want people to hear it. Yeah, I'll turn it up just a notch. Like I said, I'm not big on like music being a big part of the stream, but for people that enjoy it, I want them to be able to experience it. So we'll turn it up just a notch. If that's better, let me know. If it's too much, let me know. Okay, that's a little annoying. Gird for Battles, pretty dang strong. Okay, I'll take 3. Well, this is not looking the best, honestly. I think we're okay. So we'll go ahead and attack with both. Draw a card. Looks good. Awesome. I appreciate that, man. Started back in '97. Wow. Haven't played a lot, but I saw the new Arena game and started playing a little Urza time. Started playing around Urza Saga or something. I actually like Thoughtbound here, so we're going to, again, leave it on top. Ooh, look at that. We get to do a shenanigan with Dazzling Lights. So this is why Dazzling Lights is good, because of stuff like this. Maybe we want the land earlier? You know, actually, I do think the land is actually better. We're going to put it on top. Then we can play stuff in a different order. That was a pretty good turn for us. We got rid of his creature. We got to do some stuff. Urza Saga. Wow, that's awesome, man. That is a classic. That's classic. Were you wanting a code card? If you want one, it's yours, my friend. Keep in mind, these are only redeemable 1 per account. So you definitely can't use more than 1, but if you haven't used one yet, or have multiple accounts or something, then you're pretty good. So I want to play Disinformation, but I think I really need to go ahead and get creatures out. So we're going to keep doing our stuff here. It was like some Spanish song or something playing, but it sounds pretty good, so we'll leave it. Oh, he would have to double block, so yeah, you really can't block there. That's interesting. Okay, cool. So now we can both play Thoughtbound Phantasm, and we can slam out a Darkblade Agent, which seems very awesome. Alright, awesome, man. Well, I will go ahead and send you a code here. One moment. Let me get Twitch pulled back up. I'll whisper it to you on Twitch. Need to learn another language is what I need to do. Okay, this is pretty good. So now we actually have enough mana to play Deadly Visit. Seems pretty solid. Do we do it beforehand or not is the question. Yeah, we're just gonna slam the Deadly Visit, I think. I think we go ahead and get rid of this guy. Force him to block with nah. Kind of the same results, I think. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Banneret. I think we actually don't mind one land here. So we will get rid of the island. And we will just keep up the offense. Could change my mind to put the Swamp in the grave. Yeah, actually, I get to draw a card off Disinformation if I want, so we'll leave it, actually. Yeah, now Thoughtbound is enough to block whatever. This is looking really good for us. Okay, I have Death Touch, so I will gladly kill both of you. Unless he gets First Strike, maybe? Okay. Not a big deal. So good to draw a card. Interesting. So now we could actually bring back just a Darkblade Agent. That makes me a little more inclined to block with my Thoughtbound Phantasm. And I'm sorry, Whip, I'm still sending you this code. If you would, send another message to chat, because for some reason, I don't have you showing up in the chat. Let me do something here. We're going to pop out the chat. Should have done this before. There we go. Thank you, buddy. I'll now whisper you the code. Disabled in pop-up chat. Well, that's annoying. No pop-up chat. Regular Twitch. Alright, I'll send it out to you in just a moment, my friend. Don't want to run out of time here. Okay, we ended up getting a land anyway, so that's pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and play this information campaign first. Luminous Bonds on this guy is unfortunate. Very unfortunate timing on that. I think we'll just go ahead and slam out another Darkblade Agent. Can't really attack here, so we'll sit back. Another Wojak's a little annoying. That's a pretty good draw. Okay. So now we'll go ahead and play the Watcher. That lets us do a lot this turn. A whole lot. So what's our life total? 17? Yeah, we'll go ahead and leave Notion Rain on top. Now, that lets us do shenanigans. So, we can attack... I don't know if we want to attack with this guy, honestly. I think we do want to attack with both of these guys, though. I guess I'll trade off both the guys, though. Yeah, we'll go ahead and swing all three. Guess he could double block the Phantasm, but yeah, we're fine. Okay, that's about what I expected. So we'll kill one of these guys. Draw a card. Gets a lifelink guy. Oh yeah, this is looking good for us. Oh, Whiplash has followed. Thanks, my friend. Appreciate that, good buddy. Alright, search for people. So your name is WHIPLASHSS. 2 S's. Whiplash, 2 S's. Alright, I'm sending you the code here, good buddy. Keep in mind, you do have to use the dashes in the game. Enjoy, my friend. We will put a check mark. This one has been redeemed. Alright. Back to this. So we played a Legion Guild Mage. No problem, Whip. Definitely go redeem that and get yourself a free sealed event. So now I could actually play Gruesome Menagerie and bring back 2 guys. I think we're going to go and just play this and keep my card advantage up, though. I also could just sit back and hold Sinister Sabotage, but I think I want to attack with these guys, so it's better to go ahead and play this. I think those cards are perfectly fine to draw, so we will. Card advantage we're getting out of this deck is just insane, for the record. I think we're going to hold the Watcher back and just keep hitting with these guys for now. I don't want to put myself in any type of low life total for shenanigans. No complaints again. He doesn't want to lose the Guild Mage, okay. That is a fine decision.
Everybody knows Enterprise picks.
Alright, we are almost there.
Spoiler alert.
I think this next turn seals the deal. I mean, we're basically already guaranteed to win, but like there's a small possibility that somehow maybe he could do something, but with 3 lands, I don't think so. I'm surprised he hasn't already just given up, honestly, but I understand playing it out. We'll just keep doing shenanigans. This information. I can use it on the 6-pack draft. Yeah, so you get a free sealed entry.
Give even more if it were mathematically possible.
So now I guess we can go ahead and jam Snitch, and then Informant, and then just keep up this train. Yeah, and at this point I have 100% confirmed the game, so no chance of anything going wrong at this point.
Right now, the Kiddo worry-free 10-year smoke alarm is only $29.97. That's 10 years worth of worry-free protection for under $3 a year.
This is what the blue-black Demir deck is supposed to do. Like this is what it's all about.
With the Kiddo smoke alarm, just $29.97. Now at the Home Depot.
So he has 24 cards left in deck. I've drawn 11 extra cards than him this game. That's awesome. That is very awesome.
Right now, you can get 2 months of premium and Hulu together for just
Sorry about that ring.
That's all your favorite artists.
Phone's right there.
Plus the movies and shows that everyone's talking about, like Handmaid's Tale, House of Rock, and I
Enclave Tribunal, not a bad draw actually.
2 months of premium and Hulu now for 99 cents. Then it's just $12.99 a month.
But unfortunately, actually, let's see. Can I play Menagerie for good value here? Not really, because I don't have a 2-drop. Oh well. We'll go ahead and just jam this guy back out. We'll hold up the Sabotage and attack for 2. There's no reason to do anything else when we have the game on board. And that's it. I guess he technically gets to tap my guy this turn. But it still locks, so it doesn't really matter. See, do I have the ability to double surveil this turn? No, I don't. Okay. Keep blue open. Just because I want to play this card, we will. Yeah, that's what the red-white deck does. It runs out of gas. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, though, Whiplash. It's been, it's good to see an old player. Back in 97, man. That's crazy. So you've been playing for 21 years. Does it feel that long? Or, sorry, not 21 years. 11 years, right? Or 21. Let's see. I'm 29, 21. Yeah, 21 years. That's crazy. Alright, so is there anything else that we want to put in the deck or make changes? I think everything ran pretty freaking well. So, I don't know how we lose to Boros, honestly. I think our deck is just set up to beat that. I think what we maybe lose to is, like, random green-black shenanigans. But hopefully there won't be a lot of those decks, so. Yeah, looks like we've got a couple new faces just stopped in, so thanks for stopping by, everybody. Not the best hand, but we'll keep it. And we've got removal. Got a rat, but we really need more lands. Okay, we got a land, so we're good. Go ahead and jam the rat out. Lost value on the Blood Operative a little bit, but not a big deal. Okay, mirror match again. So I want to play the Informant, but we cannot let this thing get out of control, so we got to go ahead and deadweight it. It's got to deal with that. So is he sitting back on counter magic too? You know what? 2 can play at that game, and I've got the better board. Oh, he has the flash guy, probably. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and just counter that. I think that card wins us the game against this matchup, so I'm going to leave it on top. Four drop. Night Veil. Ooh, that's a bomb. I'd love to have had one of those in their pool. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just play the Disinformation. Just a powerful, powerful card. Next turn we can drop an Informant, get it back. Thought Erasure, that's interesting. So I guess he has to get Menagerie here, or he might take the removal spell. That's interesting. I do like Thought Erasure a lot. I think it's a pretty powerful card. Standard playable too, probably. Yeah, he got rid of Menagerie. I figured that's what he would have to do. Oh, he also gets the Blood Operative back if he wants to pay 3 live, right? Okay. Interesting. Oh, he can actually play it. Okay. Or played Centipede instead? I guess that makes sense, actually. It's better on the board that state. It's better on the current board state. That's not a bad draw, actually. So we'll go ahead and play the Phantasm. Then we'll play Informant. We'll get this back, and we get to Surveil too. And this gets a counter. I don't think Thought Erasure does anything for us now. But I do like the land on top, so we can actually play the Deadly Visit if we want. So we'll leave it like that. And and we cannot attack. He does have a clock on me with the Night Veil, though, so that's something to keep in mind. We do have to deal with that at some point somehow. It's going to be hard to race with him having that lifelink guy. Blood Operative. Doesn't have flash, so why would he not play that? He has to be holding back a counterspell, right? Has to be a counterspell. Or no, he's holding it to discard to the Disinformation campaign. Yeah, I think we're just going to jam out the Deadly Visit here. He might have a counterspell. Okay, he didn't. I don't want any more lands right now. It does not have flash, right? No. Weird, but okay. I guess he could have the other flash guy. Did I hold back the rat in case? Nah. Okay, he did have Whisper Agent, so I predicted that correctly. Biggest problem is that Night Veil Predator being a 4/4 is a problem. We might actually lose this game. I don't know if I don't know if we can beat Night Veil Predator. Just such a powerful card. It's also a powerful card. Yeah, he drew exactly what he needed there, that's for sure. So we'll go ahead and just play the campaign for no value. Yeah, this is actually not looking good right now. Not looking good. I guess the Sphinx is the only thing we can draw, right? Not a bad draw, but not what we're looking for. Yeah, I guess that's what we gotta do. We gotta play Deadly Visit, killing the Guild Mage. That gives them the most value. Neither of these cards get me there. Can't attack or anything, so we gotta sit back. Not but Predator gets there sometimes, unfortunately. I think we have one possible top deck, and that's the Sphinx. And I don't even think the Sphinx actually gets there now. Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not. Wow. Night Veil Predator, man. That's unfortunate. That card alone won the game. And for the heck of it, we'll play it out and see what we draw. That's unfortunate. But can't win them all. Sometimes 3/3 hexproof just wins the game alone. I just don't think there's anything I could bring in to get rid of it anyway, though. Thought Erasure I'd have to hit before they play it. Didn't have it, so. Oh well. Can't get too down about it. Can't get too down about it. So how many drafts have you done on here, Whip and Saga? I like how the music went from like semi-heavy to like this really somber music like immediately after I lost that game. It's like, you should feel that. Oh, so you've only done the one, okay. Whip, you've done a few. Okay, awesome. So are you generally a drafter, Whip? Playing that long, I assume you definitely had your share. This is not a great hand. I think we still keep it though, because we got lands. We got a 2-drop. It's an unranked guy. Okay, we're getting there. I really don't like Snitch that much. The more I play with it. These don't surreal enough to make it really relevant. It is a decent blocker though. Okay, we'll inform. Trying to think here. Not too good at drafting, but I get lucky now and again. Yeah, drafting is definitely it's a finesse to it for sure. Like the draft I had before this was not great, but this one's been okay so far. I think we leave it like it is. Kind of a hard choice. I'm not sure if I did that correctly just now. But I think I just want to build up a defensive board and then play these bigger threats. I do want a 5th land. That's an annoying card. Okay, yeah, we just gotta jam this back out. Okay, land on top, we definitely want that. Okay, now we're okay. That worked out like I wanted it to, actually, so. We are in an okay boat for now. So next turn, we can Deadly Visit his Rock Charger, or we could play Watcher if we really wanted. If you like were to wipe the board or something, we would even have Menagerie as an option. Yeah, I think this is actually a harder draft format in general. Like I felt like I was really good at Dominaria draft. Like I was pretty confident in that one. Of course, that draft was pretty easy, so it's whatever. But like this draft format is just so. It's so hard to make decisions, for me at least. Like, it's like I get in these situations where it's like, do I... Especially those first few decisions, like there's like 3 or 4 good cards in the pack, and it's like, which direction do I want to take this draft? Because you got to kind of just force it. Go a certain direction, it's just weird. This guy doesn't really do anything on the board, so I think we still get rid of the Rock Charger with Deadly Visit. Also could go ahead and just play the Watcher. You then can't attack with the Rock Charger. It's kind of like maybe better. Save this. I think it's actually what we're going to do. We're going to go with Watcher here. Probably better to have this one first, I think. I don't... Maybe I do attack here, actually. Attack with 2, hold 1 back. 1 damage through that way. We're going to. I think we'll attack with these... Well, we'll attack with these 2. But yeah, card evaluation, blue and black seems so powerful. I do agree. I think there's a little bit of an imbalance. I think red-blue is just The weakest color, unless you get like a Niv. Like if you get like a Niv Mizzet, like you just win. But if you don't get like a Niv Mizzet or a Raw, it's like the deck doesn't really do anything. That's a problem. I'm glad we saved the Deadly Visit actually. Because that is a huge problem card. So we are gonna gladly get rid of that thing. Maybe we attack first. He's not gonna block either way. I think it's more beneficial to go ahead and attack now. Now we will Deadly Visit the Unicorn. We'll leave it like it is. That little snitch is doing some work this game after I talk bad about him. Definitely, blue-black is like my favorite way to play this format for sure. Might be why I draft it so often. I don't know if it's just because it is more powerful, because I naturally have like a tendency to move towards that. Should probably be more self-aware of that, but I don't really know. Yeah, I think taking 3 here is fine, because we hit 3. He doesn't have a life gain engine like we do. His little incremental life loss adds up. Getting rid of that unicorn was very important too. You know, I do have to keep in mind, I could actually be surveilling some of these cards to the grave. That's a little annoying. And just bring it back with Menagerie too. Something to consider. Okay, well, we keep up the offense in the air. Then we'll get these 2 guys out. This is anybody's game at this point. Thanks for the great stream. I'll definitely check back soon. Have a good night. Alright, you too, man. Appreciate you stopping by, Mr. Saga. And thanks again for the sub, man. I appreciate that. Don't forget to use that emote. Don't forget to use that emote. Actually, I guess I could block the 1. It's kind of risky. If he uses a trick, it's kind of good. I don't know. I don't know if I try it if I risk the 1 damage. I think I'll take the 1 for now. Somewhat risky, but like not really risky, but I may have made like that may have been a mistake. Maybe I was supposed to block the 1 just to mitigate the damage, but I don't know. That's hard. Okay, I think once again we keep up the offense in the air. This time I think we attack with all 3 of these. I guess he could have the white spell that deals 2 damage to an attacking creature, which could be a problem. Didn't really play around that. Do not want the land.
You know how it feels when you're listening to Spotify?
Yeah, Snitch definitely has done some work this game though. Like I feel like it's gained us what, probably 8 life or something so far. It's been pretty good.
Literally.
Well, with Spotify Premium, you can end ad interruptions.
Okay.
Try it for 30 days free, and you won't
Okay.
hear ads
It's
like
really a
this
1-for-1 trade.
Sounds good.
1.5 for him, I guess, kinda. Yeah.
What do you think of this one?
Okay, so he did have the Righteous Blow. Do I counter that?
Next.
Do I counter it? Nah, I can just menagerie them both back. Ooh, this is good. This is good. Yeah, so we're just going to let this happen. And then we kill both these guys. And then we menagerie them both back for ultimate value. That was a good turn. So now, he still has cards in hand, but I think that we have board advantage at this point. I do have the counter spell, but yeah, that's fine. Not gonna complain about a hawk. Alright, what you got for me? Okay, that's interesting. Wish I'd had a counterspell for that. Wow, what do I do here? So I have the option, I could just like suicide in everything. That would be a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 swing back. So I would actually be in the lead. Give him the choice to kill whoever he wants, but I would get to draw a card if he doesn't block the Dark Blade. But he could just chump with a token. He would probably kill my Watcher. I could play Necrolisk and then have a somewhat of a threat. You could also block the Night Veil, which I think is okay. Yeah, I think we're going to, I think we just kind of swing out here. I expected that much. Okay, so I predicted blocks correctly. Okay, and now we'll go ahead and play a Necrolisk. Don't think I want to sacrifice anything right now, though, so this past turn. I think. If I do sacrifice something, I could block the elephant, but he can just make the elephant fly. Maybe I do sacrifice one of the informants. I don't know if this is the right call, but we're going to do it. I don't know, I could do it to give it menace next turn. We're just going to cancel. We're just going to end turn. Okay. Okay. Let's sacrifice 2 creatures to make the necklace relevant, and then he could just block it, kill it. That seems bad. Suicide the Night Veil Sprite, and this guy. Seems mediocre as well. Maybe I'll sit back here. He's definitely building up the board advantage, though. You don't think we just pass turn here? I think we just need to draw a good card. Like a Notion Rain would be good. Removal spell would be great. counter anything he plays, pretty much. Unless it was like a small ground creature, I might leave it. This thing only being sorcery speed makes it hard. We're definitely not going to block that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and counter that for sure. Yeah, we'll grave the island, get a snitch trigger. Phantasm. So let's see, I play the Phantasm. So let's see, I could sacrifice one of the informants, make this a 4/4 menace, so he has to double block it. I get rid of at least one of his creatures. This triggers puts him at 4. This is going to be a 3/3. He has to block this or I draw cards. This seems good. So we're going to use this guy's ability, sacrifice one of the informants, make this guy a 4/4. And then we'll attack with just those. Okay, so we'll kill the hawk. He has to double block the other. And the death touch kills him. That seems fine, okay. Which is more important, a 2/4 on the ground or a 2/1 that can fly? Probably a 2/1 that can fly, right? I actually don't know which is more important to kill here. I think the flyer. And again, I can't really attack through either one. Yeah, I think we're gonna kill the flyer here. We'll kill the bird. Yeah, I don't think that was necessarily the gonna win us the game, but it did clear off the board a little bit. He still has the advantage though. Really need some good card advantage. I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands. This guy's seen 6. Yeah, he's ahead of me on cards probably. And I'm 4. Yeah, I'm 3 cards ahead, so he's actually still ahead of me on cards because of all that. That's crazy. Not a terrible draw. I think with the Necrolisk I should have sacrificed the other informant. Then I could have killed the Ladev as well, which would have been relevant. Would have made his blocks more awkward. Of course he drew a flyer. I just lose. I just lose anyway, right? Go to 7. He has 7 in the air, so if I attack, I have to block there, take 3. This is really bad. Yeah, I think I've lost this one. Another game where I felt like I had a pretty significant lead and just lost it somehow. If I attack, I go to 7 and take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 flying back. I lose anyway because he makes this fly. He mentors that. I can only block that, so that's 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I'll lose, regardless. The Necroless play cost me the game. I should have got rid of the Informant. And then I had a 5, and then I could have made better blocks. I mean, maybe he doesn't see the win. It's the only hope I have. I mean, maybe that swing out where I traded off my 3-4 wasn't the best either. I don't know. Put him really low to do that. Yep, he saw it alright. He saw it. Oh well, he got there. That's unfortunate. Wow. That was really unfortunate. Like, I felt like we had that game. Like, I guess the Necroless play lost it for us. It gave him a beneficial block instead of a non-beneficial block. Not beneficial per se, but... That's pretty disheartening, man. Alright. Still think we have a good deck, so let's keep trying. Yeah, I definitely don't think it was the deck that caused us that one. I think it was my play. I didn't spend enough time thinking about the blockers. I should have like thought about how he would block in a little more detail. Like, I thought about it, but I didn't like think about the outcome of it per se. So if I'd spent a few more seconds to think about that, then it's possible I would have made the better decision. Because that was where I had an advantage. So if he had lost his 2-4, then I don't know if it would have changed the game. I would have had one more turn at least. But really would have just depended on what I drew. If I'd drawn like a removal spell, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it made a huge difference, but it was definitely the wrong play. He would have had to have blocked entirely differently if I'd done it correctly. So next time, pay attention to blocks. Next time we got to pay attention to blocks better. Not a great hand. We'll keep. Get a black mana and we're fine. Don't get a black mana and we might just lose immediately, so. That's not what I wanted. Guess it was a somewhat risky keep in hindsight, but he had his black and his Darkblade Agent. Every match, man. Blue-black. Okay, we got there. Turn too late though, maybe. I don't know what we do here. I think this is the better play. Slightly less value in the long run, but I need a 3-3 out there right now. We'll leave it like that, I guess. If I got my lands on curve, I could have played the Disinformation and then the Dimir. Unfortunate. Card's annoying, but not a big deal. Okay, well that worked out for us, so. Now the question is, do we Disinformation or Dark Blade? You can actually pump that to a 4. Yeah. That gives me a better attack next turn, so we'll do that. This is a somewhat hard decision as well. Definitely want to play the Disinformation as soon as possible. I think getting more creatures out right now is more important. Next turn, I guess we play Notion Rain. Did we triple block here? I think we wanted to tap out for this turn, right? He could like play Dazzling Lights to kind of blow me out, but it wouldn't really be a blowout. Yeah, we'll go ahead and force. If he wants to trade anything, he'll have to do that. And if he goes like Dazzling Lights, double pump, not a big deal. I don't think he has Dazzling Lights or he would have attacked with Dark Blade, though. Maybe he just wanted to get rid of the Thawbound? Okay. I think I'm okay with trading there. It's an argument maybe I shouldn't have. I could Notion Rain, potentially get a Swamp, and play the Whispering Snitch. Or I could go ahead and just Disinformation campaign. Maybe get a Swamp and get Snitch. Seems better that way. So yeah, we'll go ahead and Disinformation.
We even rent exotics.
That's good, because sometimes Mama wants to drive like a mother. Big trucks are kind of my jam. You guys make me feel so special, like a princess.
Okay.
Exactly.
He has a Surveil card. This could be a bad situation. This is already a weird game. These blue-black matchups are hard. So he has the Surveil for sure. So I'll let him draw 2 cards. Maybe it would be a huge blowout if it was a Dazzling Lights. I don't think I can take that risk. It's probably the Surveil guy. I think we just gotta take the risk.
For just 99 cents. That's all your favorite artists offline and ad-free. Plus the movies and shows that everyone's talking about, like Handmaid's Tale, Castle Rock, and I, Tonya. Treat your eyes and ears. Get 2 months of premium and Hulu now for 99 cents. Then it's just $12.99 a month after. Hit the banner and get started.
Or he just... Oh, so he had a removal. Why didn't he just do that anyway? But whatever. Guess he wanted to get the Death Touch. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I would have liked to have had a Price of Fame. That would have been a really good card for this deck. But it's definitely unfortunate that he gets to draw cards here. I don't know what I do here exactly. Got a Lance. That's pretty sweet. So I guess I could Notion Rain. And then Disinformation. guess what we have to do. What does he have with 2 black mana open? Weird. I think it's okay to get both of these. Or is it better to get a creature out here again? I think we'll go ahead and get a creature out. Isn't that land drop to set us back so hard? We could be the one being the aggressor here, but we just can't do it. I think we gotta just go for it. I think we go for the block here. He has the blowout, he has the blowout, I guess. Dazzling Lights for the win. Whispering Agent for the win. Or just a random Necrotic Wound. Okay. That's not a big deal, actually. Interesting. I guess I play the Disinformation campaign and fight over it? Presumably have a counter spell. Do I fight over it? Or do I just play out more creatures? I think we fight over this card. I think this card wins us the game if we can stabilize. Pretty good draw. Yeah, I think we're okay right now. Still a little scary. That's a little annoying, but not the end of the world. So I've got 6 mana. I could like play this guy, play this guy. I think that's what we do. If he has a Disdainful Stroke randomly, it could be bad, but I think we take that risk. I don't think anybody would play Disdainful Stroke normally. Okay, maybe we finally reached that stabilization point. Maybe, just maybe. Still anybody's game, though. He definitely still is in the dominating position, I feel. Darkblade Agent is just so powerful as a 2/3. With the potential Death Touch, it's just Really strong. There's our dreaded rival. We just can't beat. And now the pass wall adept comes into play. Okay. So 4, 5, 6. Not quite enough to do both. I think we gotta go Watcher here. Hope he doesn't have removal. Problem is he just keeps doing that every turn. He can do it twice next turn actually. 4, 5, 6, 7. He only must do it 3. Maybe I have to deadly visit the pass wall adept. Wow, that's crazy if that's the case. I just don't see any other way. So what we have to do. Three, 4, 5, 6, 5. Yeah, we need to do that, so we'll leave a land on top. And we'll just hope he doesn't have removal for my Watcher. So we obviously block here, and then I guess we just do that. Whisper Agent? Yep, I called it. Okay, so definitely comes out ahead here. Nightvale Predator might be a demise twice, guys. It's really unfortunate. I think we play the Snitch, have blockers, and then that go to 5. All we can do, right? Definitely no attacks. He probably just top decks removal and wins anyway. This is a hard game, boys. This is a hard game. Alright, so now we do the same thing. Is a counter spell I'll lose. He doesn't have any flyers now, so maybe I should do this information campaign. That'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's too much. If I didn't draw a land, I'd lose. We just gotta commit to this, I think. Maybe we're back in this somehow. That's a pretty good draw. But I don't have double black for it. Okay, so now we are in a good position here. So I think we just sit back for one more turn. Actually, no, we should probably attack with a flyer just to gain a life. So we'll play this guy, go to combat, and attack for 1 in the air. Also gives me a Cervelle. It also puts that back in my hand, right? Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. Did we finally turn the curve and stabilize? I think we did, boys. I think we finally stabilized this game. Unfortunate my black situation, but whatever. So we get a 1, a 2, and a 3. Eight cards. Okay, I'm not on the verge of decking myself or anything. Got enough creatures I can actually be aggressive now. I'll do that just in case, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I'll do that just in case. Guess we could just Cervelle to get the thing. Never gonna have any cards in his hand, so sure. That's fine. Okay. Just in case, I think we still sit back one more turn. He would have to triple block, and I get rid of 2 of his guys, so. Alright. I think we somehow stabilized this in 1, guys. I think we got there. Yeah, we did. Alright. Guess we'll go ahead and secure this, right? That's 3, 4. Oh yeah, we got it. Wow, boys, that was a crazy game, but we somehow got there. Sorry, I know commentary dropped off for a bit there, but that was just straight up like hardcore intense. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Can't believe we actually got it. I think this deck is good. Problem is it just doesn't have a way to really finish the game, unfortunately. Kind of want to bring this Pass Wall Adept back in place of something. Maybe even in place of this Burglar Rat. Maybe in place of a Dark Blade? I'm going to put the Pass Wall in. Maybe in place of a Dazzling Lights. Card's never been great today yet.
You know how it feels when you're listening to Spotify, getting into a playlist, and then it's interrupted by an ad?
That's literally what you did right now.
Literally.
Well, with Spotify Premium, you can end ad interruptions.
Like this one.
Well,
try it for 30 days free, and you won't hear ads like this again.
Sounds good.
Sure. Let's drop one of these Dark Blades and play that. Makes my curve slightly better too. After seeing that pass wall though, it just really made me realize that I was lacking. Like, I usually play a pass wall, but we cut it earlier today for some reason, so. Gotta give credit to the Snitch though. That Snitch has been surprisingly good. Very surprisingly good. By the way, if there's any new viewers in, I've still got some sealed arena code cards, so if you're interested in one, it's yours. Let me know what's going on, tell me a little about yourself in chat. The card is yours. I like this hand pretty well. Wait, is this the same guy that's played? I'm pretty sure this is the same guy just played Hinesby. I'm about like 75% sure that's the same guy we just played. Maybe not. That's probably good in this matchup randomly. Discovery. Mildew. Ravnica, Necrolisk. Not the worst, not the best. Guess 2 lands would have been the best since we don't need them. 2 islands, something like that. I do like this Drowned Secrets card. Like, I like mill cards though. I don't think it's good. I just like it. Yeah, sure. I have to be careful about surveilling myself into a loss with Drowned Secrets out. It's definitely not a patient rebuilding though, you know. It requires a lot more stuff to happen. Oh. That was perfectly fine. That's pretty sweet. So we could actually Thought Erasure here, and then even Dazzling Light him out of a creature potentially. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh, that's, you know, that's just a Niv Mizzet just sitting there. He can't really do any of those. I guess he has Cover Up sitting there. He doesn't have any red mana. Maybe I actually get rid of the Watcher. I think I do. Yeah, I'll leave my Watcher on top. I want him to counter this, so I'm going to go ahead and just slam it out. So if he counters this, and that allows me to do the Dazzling Lights play. Not the best situation, but whatever. I'm actually pretty fine with that hand. Yeah, we'll leave it like this. Not the hand, but the top of the deck, rather. Go ahead and attack with both. Definitely would have been good to have a freaking Phantasm out there right now. Oh, he has own Dazzling Lights. That's random. Well, I guess we don't get those two cards that we wanted. But not a big deal. Actually makes mine slightly more valuable. I'm not too worried about the mill at this point, so... So he saved his counterspell. And he drew another Watcher? What? Wow, top deck central over there. Decent mill, too. 17, okay. We do have to be careful, because we don't really have a way to close out a game oftentimes, so we got to be a little careful. But for right now, I think I'd rather draw these than land. Because he has to top deck cards at this point, so... I want him to counter this, so... Counters it with Ionize. Interesting. Gotta be a little careful about the mill now. It's a pretty good song, whatever it is. Let's see, it's called Ride With You. Okay, that's what we want. We know he's got a counter spell, so we're just gonna not do anything. 9 cards. We'll leave it on top for now. Okay, he got land flooded. I'll take it. That's why Drowned Secrets is just not that good of a card, because you can just play around it. Alright. So we got there, boys. Einsby was defeated again, I believe. I could be mistaken. But I'm fairly certain that's the same guy we played before. Alright. Well, we are 3-2. Not the best record, but we're still jamming through, so we'll keep on going. As always, code cards. Let me know if you want one. We got 2 today, so not too bad. I don't like having 4 lands, but it's pretty good curve. Got our colors too. Of course. Nah, Healer's Hawk. So now if he attacks, do we block? It's the real question. Sure. Use your combat trick already. That's a little annoying. So now the question is, do we play Necrolisk? No, we probably just attack here. Want the Watcher, but not the land. Oh, really? He took the damage? That's kind of surprising. Does he have a big, like, convoke creature? Strange. Everything that just happened was a little weird. I guess we'll keep doing what we're doing. We'll put Notion Rain on top. Do we even want Notion Rain? I don't think we want Notion Rain in this matchup. I think it kills us more than anything. Still confused on why I didn't block last turn, but... Ooh, that's a little scary. And by a little scary, I mean a whole lot scary. I think I killed the Challenger here. I'll go ahead and attack for 3 and see what he does. Maybe I don't attack yet. Get more value out of the disinformation, but I also could just play this Necrolisk. I think we'll play the Necrolisk. It's gonna be hard to get out there otherwise. That desperate to draw a card? It's good for me, I guess. Especially if he doesn't get a land. Okay, yeah, at this point we definitely deadly visit the Challenger. That lets us attack with our Dark Blade and everything else uncontested, basically, so... That actually seems fine. Good mana. That's safe, and that's safe. No point attack with the Informix, and you can just trade back, but okay. Maybe I could have got one more damage through. Ah, he's missing his lands. That's unfortunate. But we've been there before, too. Oh, he drew one? Okay, he got lands. Alright, we'll keep up the offense. Next turn we've got removal if we need it, creature if we don't. Draw a land, we could get double creature. So, pretty good situation to be in right now. He does have 5 mana, so I mean he could have removal at this point. Have the enchantment removal, Conclave, could have the fire, the red removal, or just a Burial Land Patrol. Okay, pretty happy with that draw. Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and deadweight the 2/2. Then we'll play the Informant. Lets me return disinformation, get a proc, lots of stuff. Let's look at the graveyard. I don't think there's anything in there much, right? 2-drop, yeah, okay. So we'll leave it in that order. Alright, we'll go to combat. 3, 3, 2. Alright, we're looking pretty good. Now we have the Dazzling Lights in hand, so it's good that we left that on top for that reason too. I don't think red-white generally beats our deck, but blue-black I think that we definitely can lose some. Blue-black's the hard matchup. I don't think there's a point in doing this really, but I am going to go ahead and just Dazzling Lights this guy to stop the life gain. The healer won't get a counter from this. He'll still be able to draw cards, of course, but... I'm going to put the Dark Blade in the grave, and then I can actually gruesome it next turn. Also gives me an extra proc on Whispering Snitch as well. I just don't think there's any way for him to win this, though.
Premium just got way more entertaining. Right now, you can get 2 months of Premium and Hulu together for just 99 cents. That's all your favorite artists offline and ad-free. Plus the movies and shows that everyone's talking about, like
Dawn of Hope is a powerful card once you have infinite mana. It's not the best when you're behind.
For 99 cents. Then it's just $12.99 a month after. Hit the banner to get started.
Okay. Odd. So we win, right? 3 in the air. Kill one of his creatures, and that's 3 on the ground, so yeah. Yep, that was it. Didn't have to slow roll like that, but I just wanted to double check my moves. Alright, we're coming back a little bit. We had a really hard fought game, and then that one was pretty easy, so we're coming and going. Alright, so we're up to 450 gems and a pack. Halfway there, too. We've won 4 out of 7, so... Alright, well, I'm going to step away to the bathroom really quick again, guys, and be back in just a moment. I'm back. Thanks for sticking around, my friends. We're jumping into round number 7, I guess, technically. Oh, boy. Magic is a great game, though, that's for sure. I got to meet some new people today. No complaints about this hand. 2-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 5-drop. All good creatures. I wonder if they're ever going to add sleeves to the game where you get like custom backs to your cards and stuff. It'd be a nice little addition if they ever do it. Wait, Ninja? Is this the Ninja? Fortnite streamer? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. So real 2 first or 1 first? I guess we'll go 1 first. That was fine. I think we actually want this next turn. Maybe we can drop the Necrolisk. Oh, that's unfortunate. So strong of a card. Guess I better kill that than my Watcher. Alright. Sit back and play the slow game. Need to get some caffeine or something in me. I'm like instantly dying right now. I mean, he probably has a trick, but I don't think I care. We'll do the normal blocks. Well, come on, where's your trick? +2 and gain 2? Or just steal 2? Okay, that's even better. Sure. Perfectly fine by me. Alright. Now we have the Dazzling Lights. If he attacks, we can actually trade with the Darkblade Agent. Don't think he would attack here unless he has a trick though. Okay, that's fine. Did attack. Interesting. Yeah, I like that order. Okay, whatever. So now we'll get to play the Watcher. I would like to draw a burglar rat before a whispering snitch. I don't know if I want the burglar rat at all. Yeah, we'll leave it there. I think maybe I get to draw it now. Unlikely, but maybe. I know, he would have to trade off a 4-drop and half of his tokens just to kill this guy. So yeah, that's perfectly fine by me. Perfectly fine by me. Oh, Death Touch is so good on that guy, man. Okay, cool. So Burglar Rat does get to get played. Might just be a land or something, but... Ooh! Nice. That's what I like to see, baby. Sure, I'll leave Phantasm on top. Looks good. Yeah. Like I said, red, white, red, white, red, green, white, green. Just doesn't do much against us, but just get a little bit of card advantage and seal it. Alright, we're gonna keep on jamming. We got either 2 more games or 2 more wins or 1 more loss. Hoping for wins. And then we're gonna call it after that. So, again, if anybody is waiting in chat, I've got more code cards. Yours if you want them. Let me know. Oh yeah, that's good. I like the sound a lot. Mr. Skalaskovic. Skalaskovic. Torch Courier. Okay. Does have haste, I guess. Don't think we're gonna deadweight that. A little bit of card advantage here. Ooh, Brazilian Patrol. That's a pretty good. This is a pretty good burglar rat. Knock off a 4-drop flyer. Was he trying to play the fast game, or what's he doing here? That's something that we will use deadweight on, boys and girls. Question is, do we do it this turn? I actually think the answer is no. I think we do Darkblade Agent this turn, and next turn we will deadweight and Notion Rain. That's what we'll do. Yes, theoretically this lets him get a counter on his Torch Courier, but whatever. Mr. I can't do it. Skalaskovic. So hard to say. Is that from a movie, I wonder, or a real person's name? I don't know. Skalaskovic. Sounds like a movie name. Mr. Skalaskovic, the scientist. Study your practitioner of medicine. Okay, you got enough healer socks there, darling? Alright. Now we got some good stuff to do. So, we'll go ahead and deadweight to start. Then we shall Notion Rain. think Phantasm's probably okay in this matchup, but we won't watch her first. Oh, I forgot I was drawing 2. Duh. Didn't matter. Do we attack with all 3? Probably. Alright, attack with both of mine into his 3. Really now? Sure. I'll take a 2 for 1. Must have some good cards in hand or something. Alright, sure. Alright, so Surveil 2. Not sure Thought Erasure does much for us, but it does at least Surveil for the Phantasm. Just in case. I think we'll leave it like it is. No attacks this turn. We might get to use the Thought Erasure next turn because he may not be able to empty his hand. If he does empty it, it's whatever. Dang, this guy's nothing but healers, Hawks. Alright, let's go ahead and start with Thoughtbound. And we'll Thought Erasure. Unicorn or Legionnaire? Huh. Unicorn is definitely more of a problem. Take 3 on the swing back. Maybe it's better to sit back a turn, but we kind of wanted to play it and kill it, so yeah, we're fine. I'll eat 2 damage. I mean, yes, he gains 1, but it's whatever. Go ahead and Deadly Visit. Legionnaire. The Darkblade Agent back. I don't know if I want the Menagerie or not, but I think it's okay. We'll leave it on top. Thoughtbound can start attacking pretty soon. So it's a net loss of me 1 and him 2 a turn, so it's still advantageous for me. With him stuck on 3 lands, I don't know what he can do. Guess I could kill this thing just to get my Thoughtbound attacking. It seems like a waste, but we're gonna do it. gladly get rid of both of those. Now if he does stuff to get rid of my Phantasm, I've got a 3-drop in the grave. I can block with my rat at any point and get a 2-drop in the grave, and then get super value off Menagerie. Which would be pretty sweet. Flying. Good band, Poets of the Fall. If you've never heard of them, look them up. Ooh, Arclight Phoenix. That's kind of random. Kind of dangerous, too. Alright, I guess I'm not attacking with my Watcher anytime soon. Yeah, maybe I am attacking with my Watcher. Do I play that? Use the advantage. I'll use the advantage. Alright, attack, attack. He'll chump the 5, take the 3, play the next Watcher. And I have a blocker too. I think we're in pretty good shape to win from there. Yeah, we'll leave this information on top. It'll let me draw the other ones, so that seems good. And we got a 6/6 Phantasm now, which is pretty sweet. Okay. Forces me to basically block. Gains you life? Guess you could sacrifice that. It doesn't seem great. He has no cards in hand. I'm just gonna block here and keep my guy. Just haste. Guess he just really wanted that life gain. Like, I could have blocked with a rat and then menaged it back, but he didn't have any cards in hand, so it wasn't really a big gain, and I'd rather just play these cards this turn. You'd have to draw something pretty amazing to win this one. Mountain is not it. Do I win if I swing? Yeah. Yes, the chump. The chump, yeah. Put him at 1 probably that turn, but... This is it, boys and girls. We are down to the final match of the day. 1 round left. Let's do it. Let's get that 7th win, 2nd pack, and 950 gems. Let's do it. We got this. We got this. Ooh, that is not a good hand. My opponent mulliganed as well. I mean, if I get blue, it's fine. If I don't get blue, can't play cards. Menagerie is not great. I think I got a mulligan. First mulligan I think I've done this entire tournament, actually. Just can't risk it. That's debatably worse, but I'll keep. That is debatably worse for sure. We'll leave that on top, I guess. It's guaranteed creature, at least. It is a guaranteed creature, at least. Fortunately, it trades with an Ornery Goblin. Okay, this got a little better now. Now the thing is not dying too fast. Definitely take that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play a Dark Blade here. I guess we'll attack first.
Welcome back, high school class of 2000. Now let's fill up that dance floor.
Still think busting a move of your reunion is to blame for your back pain? Ouch. You could be painful.
Definitely don't want lands.
Back pain started before age 40 and has lasted longer than 3 months. It can point to an inflammatory condition called ankylosing spondylitis, or AS. To learn if your symptoms...
Dark Blade Agent. Not the best into an Ornery Goblin. Ornery Goblin is like such a randomly good card. Like, it does so much you just don't expect. Like, it's basically unblockable early, because tokens can't get in its way, 3 toughness can't get in its way. It's a weird card, but it's actually pretty strong. I think we'll do the Phantasm here. If I draw an island off the Dark Blade that may or may not hit, then I would actually get to play the other Dark Blade, so... Higher upside, slightly more risk. Very slightly more risk. Somebody's over there jamming music as loud as I can. Neighbors. It's always fun. Yeah, we'll go ahead and attack. Might deal 2 to an attacking creature or something, but... I'm actually going to grave that one. Not exactly what we're looking for right now. Look at that, that worked out. Putting the Dark Blade in the grave paid off. Okay. Now the question is, do I trade off? Oh wait, he didn't even... What? Okay. Sure. Yeah, we'll go ahead and kill something. Yeah, we'll kill the boar. Oh, what? That's it. We did it, boys. A random surrender out of nowhere gives us the game. I mean, I guess that was going to be a lot of card advantage, but still surprising that they just surrendered like that. Guess he had a really bad hand. Must have been land flooded or something. That's it. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. We got to our 7 wins. So now we get 950 gems in 2 packs. So let's claim our prize. And let's open up some packs and be happy. Alright, what do we get? Hatchery Spider. We got a wild card. Those are always good. Resolve. It's a mythic at least. Alright, so now we're up to 7 mythics, 9 rares, 8 uncommons, and 20 common wild cards. Been playing the tempo deck recently. Really, it's the only deck I've been jamming with just to get gold up, get my daily challenges done and everything. Very good deck to play. So yeah, I think that's where we call it today. We had 2 drafts. One was a decent draft, terrible games, and then one was a great draft and some really great games. So overall, I don't think we had any super big play mistakes. We had one. The not sacrificing that extra creature with that Necrolis definitely hurt us in that one game. But other than that, I think we played pretty optimally. We gained quite a few crystals, so we've cashed out some of our gold into premium currencies. That's always a good sign. And it's been a good 3.5 hour stream. So yeah, so I thank everybody for tuning in. I definitely appreciate Mr. Whipslash for stopping by, giving me the follow. And a super big shout out to Saga for the subscription. I definitely appreciate that, buddy. So I will definitely be trying to bring some more Magic content sometime soon. So if you guys enjoy what you see, leave any feedback. I don't think we have too many viewers at the moment, though. So I will call it there for the day. No raid or anything. So yeah, definitely appreciate it again, everybody. If you're watching on YouTube, you can always sub and everything there, too, for what it's worth. But for now, this is TheBeardedFool, and I am signing off. I'll catch you guys next time.